BO Dad says, hi JQK, can a B2 visitor, non-immigrant, just status on EB-3 case? The non-immigrant is a nurse. So, let's back it up what that means. A B2 visitor is a person who has a tourist visa that enters the United States saying, I'm coming here to visit the United States, but I'm not going to stay here. I'm only here temporarily and I'm going to leave. But then if you file for an immigrant visa, you file for a green card adjustment of status, you're saying I want to stay. So there's an inconsistency there. Now, the reality is, most lawyers, and there's lawyers on YouTube automatically say you're going to get charged with fraud for doing this. What I have to say and the way they view it is, with USCIS, if you enter the United States and that wasn't your plan to stay, but all of a sudden things change and you file for adjustment of status, they could be okay with it. It's a case-by-case basis. We have to look at the facts. We have to look how we could prove that that wasn't your intent, if asked. It is possible, not recommended doing something like that. There's a lot of people with the nurse case where their embassies are not scheduling their green card review, so it's easier to come to the United States and file for adjustment of status and be here, because they'll probably, especially in the Philippines, with how bad things are backed up. But it's not something I could recommend someone does, because there is a risk that they'll accuse them of immigrant intent and fraud and lying at the U.S. Embassy or at the border when they're entering the United States, saying that they want that you came for tourist purposes, where in fact you really came to adjust status. So it's not recommended doing something like that. But I had cases when COVID happened where people came on tourist visas. They're gonna go back home. I have a marriage case right now. I actually got an interview really quickly. From Australia, they came here to visit. And then Australia locked the country, and the Australian citizens couldn't even go back to the country. And all of a sudden, the guy was with his girlfriend, they were in love. They wanted to get married. Anyways, they're engaged, but they're just having fun and not like they didn't plan on getting married immediately. But they were waiting and waiting for Australia to open up. And they're living together. They're like, you know what? We were going to get married anyway. Those in the plans. We're just, it was a matter of just picking the day and telling the family of, this. Do all the wedding planning. That's a lot of work. They're putting that off. And so they knew it wasn't a fake marriage, real marriage. And, they didn't come in with the intent on staying, but they realized we ain't going back to Australia because it's not clear when that's going to open up. And the wife found a good job here in the United States. So she's like, well, I have an opportunity here now. Let's just stay here. And they're like, okay. So we got married. They're gonna have an interview. It's a clean case. They love each other. Marriage is real. And they didn't have immigrant intent. I mean, they didn't really plan on staying in the United States. It just was forced upon them because of COVID. And a lot of cases like that. And so they just made the most of it. So, okay, because didn't necessarily want to stay here, but the longer COVID went, the wife found a job. The lifestyle all changed and what they expected when they came on that tourist visa. So that's a long answer that says, there's risks involved. All I can say is don't have the intent to stay. If you're asking this question, you probably intend on doing that. I can't recommend that. That's against the rules. But if someone's here and they change their mind, it is possible, but you gotta be careful. Some officers will be skeptical and not believe that you changed your mind. I have a bunch of cases like this. I usually do marriage cases, which they're usually lenient about. I don't know about EB-3 and point-based case. But thanks for your question, Ben. Thank you for watching this educational program. To get the latest videos, click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Also, help us help the immigrant community by liking this video and sharing it with your family and friends. You can also find us on other social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where you find the latest updates on immigration news, policy changes, and tips. Be safe and God bless. See you soon.